The Indian industry is constantly expanding. New jobs are getting created every year. And there is the scramble to recruit competent young managers. Net effect, business education is big business in India. And to give perspective, to define the parameters, to judge and to decide which B school is the best and why, Business Today has been conducting India's best B school survey for the past 14 years. The 2012 edition of the special issue on business schools is already on the stands. And this year's Business Today-Nielson Best B School survey is sharper and more comprehensive than before. Here is how the bar was raised.
We used to do what we call a perception survey, where you go out and ask important people who are important to the B school system, what they perceive to be the best schools. We combine facts, on the ground facts that we collect from the B schools themselves, and perception, which we used to do till last year. We combine them and then we arrive at a overall score. So our target this year was around 200, which happily we have managed to fulfill. We have actually ranked 205 colleges this year.
The new yardstick has brought in many new business schools into the fray, and there have been some surprise exclusions from the top 10. An MBA degree from an IIM had always been the key to riches, growth, and recognition. But in this year's ranking, 2 of the top 5 slots have been taken over by non-IIM institutes. And this year's Business Today survey has been expanded to include the best emerging business schools in the country.
The third survey that we conducted was on emerging B schools, where we tried to find out which B schools would be really on the radar of recruiters for the future.
So here's the top 10 of the 2012 Business Today-Nielson Best B Schools. Climbing up by 5 places to make it to the top 10 is SP Jain Institute of Management and Research. It enjoys a good reputation with the industry for producing quality managers. The institute ranks as high as 8th in the factual ranking, but it will take some time to translate that into perception.
If we look at our programs, our pedagogy, we have got a strong focus on values and influencing practice. So if you look at our graduates, they are much more hands-on while having some value for values, and that's what I think is the key differentiator of SPJMR.
Each of our programs are completely differentiated. We have a clear program objective. So a student joining any of these programs, we have a clear differentiation in terms of the knowledge, skills and attitude that we deliver in each of the programs.
The students who come to SPJN are very clear about what they expect in their careers, and that is one of the differentiation that the institute brings in. Besides this, first year we have a lot of classroom programs, but a lot of emphasis is put on the non-classroom initiatives as well.
The Mumbai advantage, going out into the city, going out to organizations and getting to know how things are actually happening. SPJN gives me that advantage because it has that connect of taking me out to the industry, which probably some other institution all over India may not have.
IIM Kozhikode drops down 3 places under the new parameters. But what saves it from further freefall is the high perception score.
What are the differences that have happened in the last 2 years? There's a belief system within the institution that says we can do it, we can embrace the world, we can move this school in the direction of something magnificent, something large. First 100 jobs on summer, 60 went to the women. Although their composition was only 30% of the batch size. The women coming here brought greater diversity in terms of subject profiles.
Consistently with their aggressive attempts at coming up with very innovative programs that they offer, the kind of uh, initiatives they have been taking to encourage diversity in the campus and come up with programs and even a criteria which aids the admission of women, because typically the number of women in most B school campuses has not been up to par, and clearly we see that this is an area of concern for most institutes, and particularly IIM Kozhikode seems to have taken a lead in this front.
The Management Development Institution of Gurgaon is the biggest gainer in the top 10, gaining 17 places to take 8th place in the Business Today India's Best B School survey. Its perception ranking goes as high as 4th.
MDI Gurgaon seems to be very popular among the young executives, and even the recruiters seem to have given it a good position at the 5th spot. MDI Gurgaon has the benefit of the location being close to where most of the development today is happening in the NCR region in Gurgaon, and you notice clearly that today institutes that are good and happen to be in the key cities such as Bombay, Delhi, or the NCR regions such as Gurgaon and Noida seem to have a clear advantage.
Narsi Monji Institute of Management Studies is again one of the big gainers, placed 7th in the ranking. Being the top B school in Mumbai has always had special advantages for the institute. Because of its location in India's financial capital, it has been always a hot favorite amongst wannabe MBAs. Its USP is its strong linkages with industry, as well as the fact that a majority of its faculty is made up of practicing managers.
We have 70 plus very good faculty team, very good teachers. We are in Bombay, so we get a fantastic relationship with the corporate sector. That is a great strength for us. We keep on interacting with them. Students visit corporate, they take life project in the corporate. This is another important strength we have got.
It feels great coming to college. We have a lot going on every day. There are a lot of activities, events, there are a lot of sales, and something or the other is always happening in college.
Bookish knowledge is not good for an MBA student. He needs what has happened in the industry, and that is what the teachers over there provide. So I think this is the plus point that NMIMS offers over the others.
IIM Indore drops down 2 places to number 6. Its USP: modern teaching techniques, a fully electronic library with state-of-the-art applications, and latest information technology tools on its campus. Its 2-year management program is one of the most popular courses.
We would like to encourage our faculty members to have industry exposure, and that is different from taking people who are a little fatigued in the corporate context and bring them here. I think good experienced people, I think we try and get them as visiting faculty, try and get them as guest faculty. They come and give seminars, conferences, etc. That's how we keep that link going. I think we have to constantly make attempts by which our faculty members get exposed to the industry practices. That I think is very important. We have told every student to select one industry or one company which they want to focus on in the entire program. So that will give a little bit more visibility. We also take our students in Bombay and get some very focused, specialized seminars done for them. So we constantly invite people from the industry to come and speak in our context.
IIM Indore has been slowly over the last B school surveys, best B schools at Business Today has been coming out, but we notice it slowly and surely inching up in the rankings of and now it is quite high in the top 10 position. And over time, recruiters have found this to be a good place to find talent.
The top-ranked business school of 2011, IIM Bangalore, finds itself in 5th place this year. Its brand equity lies in its top-notch facilities and an excellent faculty. For instance, it has one of the best stocked libraries in this part of the world, and it is also one of the most important centers of management research with a huge knowledge database.
Collectively, we've been able to kind of raise the bar for all of us in terms of our own impact in the society, as well as our own contribution to the field of academia. We would like to do research which is very impactful in India and other emerging markets, but published and recognized by the best in the world.
Culture which is over here, which there's competition and there's cooperation. We learn together, we compete together, we study together, we party together. I think that's the best part about IIM Bangalore.
We have academics the same way, we have sports as well. So we give equal importance to all the activities here. So extracurricular is also in high demand. Exchange is there, which is very good.
XLRI Jamshedpur breaks back into the top 5 list at 4th place, up 6 places from its 10th rank last year. It has always been a serious B school, but somehow its true status for some reason never got reflected in the rankings. But with clear emphasis on HR management, it has scored very high on factual ranking.
When we take in students, we don't only, or we are not only interested in giving them some classroom techniques, tools of management. We really want to develop them in a holistic perspective. So as an all-round person, we try to develop them. I think that is our USP as an institute.
It has the best teacher-student ratio, has a beautiful campus, has a very small batch of 120 students, so the interaction between students is very good, has the best faculty from all across the country, and yes, definitely the culture and the placements are extremely good. So that is why this has been the institute of choice.
It has got the highest points in personality development all over India in one of the ratings over here. So that was a natural choice for me.
XLRI is really famous for the HR program, and that's what I'm studying in France. So I chose to join XLRI because of the excellence of the school, especially in Asia.
Despite having the limitations of being a department of a university, FMS Delhi has broken into the top 3 for the very first time. Apart from its regular 2-year MBA course, Faculty of Management Studies USP has been its program for working executives that it has been running successfully for some time now. FMS's factual score is the highest amongst all B schools.
There is a lot of international association of the college. So like she traveled to Europe to attend a
St. Gallen's Wings of Excellence. So I was a part of that. He went for Lyon Students Exchange.
5 guys from this college went to University of Lyon for a couple of weeks.
FMS has got a really strong alumni network. I mean, a lot of alums are at the top levels in a lot of corporates around the world. So looking at this lineage, it inspired me to try and want to emulate them.
IIM Calcutta holds on strongly to its second spot in this year's rankings. The institute's USP, its excellent placement record, as well as teaching techniques that are meant to give solid foundation to students in general management along with analytical and quantitative skills. The IIMC faculty also produces prodigious amount of research papers, keeping it on par with the best B schools in the world.
If you ask me about what are the strengths of IIM Calcutta, I think there are many, though the faculty strength is not very large. However, the faculty members have made tremendous efforts to leverage their skills.
The real thing was that the learning which was there outside of the classroom was tremendous. You were interacting with people of a certain intellect, with a certain amount of, very high EQ. And so the sort of learning that happened there was absolutely superb.
The iconic IIM Ahmedabad is back where it belonged, at the top. No other B school in the country exerts the kind of pull that IIMA does on wannabe MBAs and recruiters alike. Though many other schools have caught up with or even bettered IIMA on some of the parameters on which B schools are judged, they lack its brand appeal.
What we are planning to do is to recommit the institute to talking about management in a manner that is relevant for India. So we are really going to focus much more on the needs of development of the country, both in teaching and research.
So the top dog IIM Ahmedabad remains the #1 B school brand. And if you go through the detail of the extensive survey, IIM Ahmedabad also tops in quality of companies visiting its campus, quality of placements, and global exposure. In the perception survey, people from the industry did not rank IIM A as the best. Recruiters preferred IIM Bangalore and young executives chose MDI Gurgaon. IIM A was perceived as best by current students and faculty. Mumbai's Narsi Monji Institute of Management Studies got selected in the Best Learning Experience category, and IIM Bangalore was judged as the one with the best living experience. This year's Business Today-Nielson survey has also introduced Emerging B Schools category. Loyola Institute of Business Administration, LIBA, emerged tops in the Emerging B Schools survey while it ranked at 27 in the main survey. Overall, the 2012 edition of the BT Nielsen Best B Schools survey has once again set new standards for ranking the best of the best business schools in the country.